Alright, we're live, so I know no one can actually see this because it's unlisted, but I'm just um, using this so I can just record a kind of long video, but not on my phone because I don't have enough storage. Yeah, let's go. Hey everybody, it's me, Owen, and today I am doing the Mandela Effect, um, my take on the theory, sort of, and how I think it's not true, that I mentioned in the previous video. Well, not the previous video, but I'm actually going to be able to do this today because I feel less crappy than I did. Alright, so basically, the theory is. Actually, I have no fucking clue. Let me think. So the theory is. So the theory is that there are parallel universes, and they have some of them have shifted together, or stuff like that. I don't know what the exact thing is, but basically, parallel universes colliding, so that things have changed or like people are shifting through them. Um, and basically, that's not true. And I'm just gonna straight up say it. It's not true because first off, parallel universes. Those are just. It's just a scientific theory. There's been studies into it and stuff, and there hasn't really been um like a exact conclusion or whatever. It hasn't been scientifically proven, basically, that there are these parallel universes. I always thought that's just how it was because I saw it on Nova or something, but um, that was just me when I was a little kid. So that's the first thing, is that it hasn't even been proven that there are parallel universes, and even if it was proved that there are parallel universes, it still probably wouldn't shift together like that, or you wouldn't uh float between them and things would change like that, because basically that's kind of really 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 unlikely. And what do you think? Okay, this is my question for all the Mandela Effect people. Like as I mentioned in the video before, I don't have a problem if that you've been affected. That's fine. I know it sucks, but I want you to think about this. And I'm still gonna send this video to Moneybag73. What do you think is more likely? That there are parallel universes and you've shifted between them. Things that haven't even been proven. Just just things that haven't even been proven, the parallel universe thing. I know it's on Stranger Things, but that doesn't mean it's true. So which do you think is more likely? That, or the fact that maybe you just misremembered something, or a lot of people misremembered something, because that happens. Because there's reasons people could misremember something. Like, for example, one of your recent videos, Moneybag73, was about Sally Field, and people thought it was Sally Fields. Like, which is more likely? That people just mistook her name for Sally Fields because that's probably a little bit more common than Field, or you've shifted into alternate realities or parallel universes and everything. So just really think about it. Which honestly, and actually, which is more likely? The fact that the fact that oh yeah. So I know what a lot of people are gonna say if this video gets any sort of uh, popularity in the Mandela Effect community, whatever. They're gonna say that millions of people have experienced this, and millions of people think the same thing. And yeah, that's probably true, but it's still more likely that that happened than we shifted through parallel universes, because I think the whole parallel, it's because people can't admit when they're wrong. So the fact that you or just whoever was wrong, you want to come up with you try to like justify it and come up with a theory that there are parallel universes and stuff, because people can't admit the fact that they're wrong. And I had the Mandela Effect stuff happen to me, the Berenstein Bears, all that stuff. And I was just wrong. And I admit it, I was wrong about that. And I guess millions of other people were, because there's no way that there's a parallel universe, like, shift or whatever. Because that's really, really, really unlikely. It's not 100% impossible, because nothing really is, but when you compare it to what it probably is, like, the odds, they're really different. And another thing. This is a point that my father brought up to me the other day when I was talking to him about, like, flat Earth and the Mandela Effect and stuff like that. What he says is, people, when people think they have a, when people have a theory like the flat Earth thing, that's the flat Earth. That's a video for another day. Those people are dumb. I'm just gonna straight up say it. Flat Earthers are stupid. Or stuff like that. Like when the Mandela Effect, people think that they know something that other people don't, and that makes people feel good. And I get that being affected by the Mandela Effect is not good, but you have to think about it before you go around saying that there's parallel universe shifting or reality, like all those things. You've got to really think about it before you go around saying all these things. Because as I said before, it's probably more likely that there's a misconception where people just thought it was something else or stuff like that. Like, for example, the mirror, mirror on the wall, it's actually magic mirror on the wall. Well, I mean, there were things that people, like, there's some merchandise and Disney stuff that said, mirror, mirror on the wall. So that's probably a part where I came from. And then probably that started catching on. And then when people said the quote, they said mirror on the wall. Because that's just, it's spreading, basically. Like, your memories from when you were a child aren't going to be very clear, because children don't have the same, like I'm talking like little kids. They don't have the same, like, I don't know if it's the word filter or what, from reality to, fantasy and stuff like that. And I'm not saying, kids are crazy and they think they're in a fantasy world and stuff like that. But if you remember something from when you were a little kid, it's probably going to be way different than what happened. And odds are, as a kid, you probably heard mirror, mirror on the wall. So that just kind of stuck in your mind. And then when you rewatched the movies, you probably just heard, mirror, mirror on the wall, because it sounds similar. So, and that could be used for many other Mandela Effect things. Like, I'm not saying because the magic mirror on the wall was like, that's probably the reason for that. I'm not trying to say that that's the reason for every Mandela Effect, and I just debunked the Mandela Effect. I'm using that as an example that can be used for many of the other Mandela Effect things, and maybe they all don't have that. Maybe they all don't have that conclusion, and yeah, maybe they don't, and maybe there's not really an obvious conclusion to what they might be, and that's probably really weird, but it's still more likely what I said with, misremembering and all that stuff. It's more likely that you misremembered something than that you're shifting through a reality, parallel universes and stuff. Because that's just common knowledge, basically. And I feel like if you can't even think about making that comparison, then I feel like I don't know. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I'm just saying, like, if you can't even think about the fact that maybe you and millions of other people were just wrong, because stuff like that, it spreads. Like, I know I'm just rambling. I'm probably not making much sense. But the whole, like, Luke, I am your father thing, that's probably like the magic mirror thing. Or the mirror, mirror thing. And it's really just, honest to God, more likely that a bunch of people remembered something wrong than parallel universes. And I'm kind of tired of seeing stuff online about people who don't believe in the Mandela Effect theories. They're arrogant and wrong, and they all this stuff. Because I'm not trying to say that, people who believe in the Mandela Effect theory are dumb, or I'm not trying to be mean, or I'm not trying to say I'm 100% right, you're wrong, stuff like that. I'm just trying to give my view of it and how I think that it's way more likely that I've said it before. You know what I'm talking about. Like, it's more likely that people misremembered stuff and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be sending this video to Moneybag73, and hopefully he sees it. Hopefully he might respond to it. I'd like to see his points on it because he's pretty set in his opinions, I think. But as a final thing, to anyone who's experienced the Mandela Effect and stuff, or thought it was like, or who's on the boat of it being the parallel universe things, I want you to challenge your opinion. Challenge your opinion about it. Think about it. Just give it lots of thought. I know it's freaky, but just put that aside for a bit and think about it logically. Okay, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next Mandela Effect video. Or I don't know if this is going to get really popular or not. I doubt it will. But I'll see you guys in the next video.